Your brain is lying to you right now. You probably don't even notice it. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it because there's a quiet trick running in the background of your mind. It makes you believe things you don't want to believe. Here's the surprising part. We can know the truth and still choose the lie. Not because we're bad or broken, but because of how the brain saves energy, protects feelings, and keeps us close to our group. Researchers have shown for decades that when we hear a statement many times, we start to rate it as more true even when it's false. When new facts clash with what we already believe, our mind feels discomfort and tries to end that discomfort fast, sometimes by pushing the facts away. And when a message makes us feel strong emotions or gives us a sense of belonging, it sticks. That's the honest, uncomfortable truth we're starting with. Welcome back to Psychospest. Here, we explore why we think, feel, and act the way we do. Today, we're going to walk through why we believe lies, even when we know the truth. By the end, you'll start to see the pattern everywhere on your feed, in your group chats, at work, in your own head. And that's not a bad thing. Seeing the pattern means you can step outside it. I'll keep this simple and human, no complicated words. Just a clear look at how the mind plays defense, how lies are built to be easy, and how truth asks us to slow down. Along the way, I'll ask you a few questions. If something hits home, tell me in the comments. Your story helps other people notice their story too. Have you ever had that moment where you read a rumor, you know it's a rumor, but later you catch yourself repeating it anyway? It's annoying, right? You feel like, why did I say that? I knew better. One big reason is something researchers often call the repetition effect. The more we hear something, the easier it is for the brain to process. Easy feels right, easy feels true. Your mind likes fluency. Think of it like this. If a door is already open, you walk through. Lies open doors by being short, familiar, and catchy. The truth often shows up with a key, a lock, and a set of instructions. And you're tired. You want the quick door? Picture an office rumor. The new manager hates remote work. You see it in a chat, then you hear it at lunch. Then someone jokes about it in a meeting. No evidence. But it starts to feel like the weather just there. Next thing you know, you're planning your week around a lie. Be honest. When was the last time something felt true just because it kept showing up? That small tug you felt, that's the brain taking the easy road. The takeaway here is simple. Repetition makes lies feel smooth, and smooth feels right. If you only remember one thing from this part, remember this. Ease is not evidence. And if you're thinking, okay, but I'm a careful person, good, hold that thought. Because even careful people run into something tougher. Let's talk about the moment truth hurts. You get new information that rubs against what you already believe. It could be about a food you love, a leader you admire, or a memory you've held for years. Your mind doesn't like this tug of war. It feels like a small alarm going off inside. It says, pick a side. Now, let's turn off the alarm. The brain takes a shortcut. It questions the new facts. Or it questions the person sharing them. Or it changes the story just enough to feel okay again. Imagine a friend who sees a health study and says that research is biased before even reading it. Or think about the smoker who says, my grandpa smoked and lived to 90. The point isn't that the person is foolish. The point is that the brain is trying to protect comfort. Have you ever noticed yourself doing this, finding one small reason to dismiss a big piece of evidence just to keep your peace? It's human, you're not broken, but it's a pattern. The key line here is this. When truth threatens our picture of ourselves, we don't change the picture, we change the frame. Hang on to that, because there's an even deeper layer. There's the truth, and then there's our tribe. And sometimes our tribe feels more important than the truth. People are social animals. Belonging is survival. So when a belief becomes a badge of belonging, we wear it even if it itches. Picture your family WhatsApp group. Someone shares a dramatic story that paints our side as the hero and their side as the villain. You're not sure it's accurate. You even Google it and find mixed reports. But you hit like, or you add a laughing emoji. Because you don't want to be the one who breaks the mood or looks disloyal. Or imagine a team at work that loves a certain strategy. A new report says the strategy isn't working. Do you rush to share it? Or do you wait because you don't want to be negative? Tell me honestly. Have you ever kept quiet about a fact because you didn't? Do you want to lose your place with your people? That pause you felt, that is how lies live. They don't just live in words, they live in the space between people, in the silent deal we make to stay inside the circle. Takeaway is direct. When beliefs signal belonging, we treat them like family, not facts. And here's the twist. Smart people are often better at defending their group's belief because they're better at making arguments. So if you're clever, you can build a stronger cage. But why is the cage comfortable? Let's go one level deeper. Feelings. Feelings move faster than facts. Fear, anger, pride, and awe can grab the wheel before reason even reaches for the door. When a message hits you with a strong emotion, your brain shifts into quick mode. You stop asking, "Is this true?" and start asking, "What should I do?" That's useful in danger. If a car swerves into your lane, you don't want to analyze. You want to turn. But this same speed makes us easy to steer. That's why so many false posts use fear words, outrage words, or words that make you feel special and chosen. Imagine a breaking headline that says, "This thing you use every day is killing you." Your heart jumps. Your attention narrows. You skim, share, then maybe later you learn the study was tiny or taken out of context. Have you lived that cycle before? Panic? Share? Regret? I have to ask you, what emotion is most likely to trick you? Fear, anger, or pride? Just naming it gives you power over it. The takeaway is gentle but firm. Strong feelings are not proof. They're a signal to slow down. And if you're thinking, "But I want to feel," you're right. Feeling is human. We're not turning feelings off. We're turning curiosity on. And there's another quiet trick at play that pushes us even harder. Life is busy. The brain uses shortcuts to save time. We lean on what seems obvious, on what most people around us say, and on who looks like an expert. These shortcuts are helpful until they aren't. If someone in a lab coat says a thing with confidence, we give them our trust even if the lab coat is just a costume. If a post has thousands of likes, we assume it's been checked when, really, it might just be loud. And if a story is vivid, we remember it, even if the numbers tell a different tale. Picture the day you were overloaded. Meetings, errands, pings, a tired brain. You see a short video with a bold claim and a clear villain. Fits into a simple box in your mind. Click, hold, believe. Later, a long article appears that explains the full picture. It takes 10 minutes you don't have. Which do you choose? Be real with yourself. How often do you pick the simple shortcut because your energy is low? That's not moral failure. That's human design. But the line to carry forward is this: a simple story is not the same as a true story. Simplicity can be a gift, or it can be a trap. And there's one place where these traps multiply fast. Online, lies travel like sparks in dry grass. The system rewards what keeps our eyes and thumbs moving. Short, sharp claims get shown more. Anger, shock, and "you won't believe this," get boosted. Reposts repeat the message. Screenshots repeat it again.
Yes.
Then there's another strange effect. After some time, we remember the claim, but forget where it came from. We lose the tag that said unreliable, and we keep the line that said wow. You've seen this happen with old photos. An image from one event gets shared during a new event, and people assume it's current. It's an easy mistake, because pictures feel like proof, even when they're not. Think about a time you later learned that a viral story you believed was taken out of context. What made it feel real at first? Was it the image? The number of shares? The friend who posted it? The lesson here is clear. The internet is a repetition machine and an emotion machine. It doesn't care about accuracy. It cares about engagement. That means we have to care twice as much. And if you're wondering, so are we doomed to fall for lies? Oh, we're not doomed. We're wired a certain way, and wiring can be worked with. Let's get practical. Before we jump to tips, I want to give you one more human scene because stories teach better than rules. Picture a person who cares about eating healthy. They've read the science. They trust the science. Then someone they admire posts a dramatic video claiming a common food is poison. It's scary. If it's a simple story. The world is full of hidden dangers and only the brave few know the truth. Our person hesitates at the grocery store. They remove the food from their cart. A week later, they see a balanced article explaining that the scary claim left out key details. They believe the article, they save it. But when they stand in the aisle again, the word poison whispers in their ear. They avoid the food. That small action avoid shows the lie still has a hand on the steering wheel. Why? Because emotions live in the body, and repetition lives in memory, and both are faster than calm thinking. If you've ever done something that didn't match what you believed, you're not alone. That gap between knowing and doing is where lies take root, and you can close that gap with tiny moves. Let's talk about them now. First, notice the pattern. That's not a throwaway tip. When you feel a strong emotion, fear, anger, pride, say, feeling first, facts second. You can even whisper it. It gives your slower mind a chance to show up. Second, slow the scroll. When you read a bold claim, ask one small question. What would make this false? If you can name even one clear thing that would make it false, you loosen the grip of the first impression. Third, change the format. Don't just read. Say the claim out loud in your own words. It's often when you hear yourself say it, you notice holes you missed while reading. Fourth, set a tiny rule for yourself. If a post scares you or flatters you, you wait 10 minutes before you share it. Not a day. 10 minutes. Most lies win in the first minute. Fifth, make it social in a good way. Find one friend who cares about accuracy and swap fact-check favors. If something hits you hard, send it to them with the words, "Can you poke holes in this?" Treat that friend like a gym partner for your mind. These are small habits, not heavy lectures. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to build a beat of breathing space between feeling and believing. Maybe you're thinking, but I've been fooled before. I feel embarrassed. Hey, me too. Everyone you respect has fallen for a clean lie or a sharp rumor at some point. The point of growth is not to never fall. It's to fall faster and get up wiser. Ask yourself this right now. What kinds of lies do I want to be most careful with? The ones that make me angry? The ones that make me feel special? Or the ones that come from my group? There's no wrong answer. Just knowing your weak point turns on the light. And if you want to share, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. What was a moment you realized, wow, I believe that even though I knew better? Your story might save someone else a month of fear or a week of stress. Let's reflect together for a moment. Why do smart, kind people believe things that aren't true? Because the mind prizes ease, comfort, safety, and belonging. Lies offer those fast. Truth offers those slow. Lies use repetition. Truth uses context. Lies use us versus them. Truth uses nuance. Lies make you feel first. Truth asks you to think after feeling. None of that makes you weak. It makes you human. And being human means we can learn. We can set gentle guardrails. We can practice the pause. We can update a belief without seeing it as betrayal. We can say to our group, "I love you, and I need to check this." That's real courage. It's quieter than outrage, but it's stronger in the long run. Let me leave you with a simple question to carry into your week. What evidence would change your mind about the thing you feel most certain about today? If you can answer that, you've already built a door that lets truth in. If you can't answer it yet, that's okay. Keep it with you. Let it work on you. Next time a line on your screen makes your heart race, remember, strong feelings are a yellow light, not a green one. Breathe. Ask, what would make this false? Say the claim out loud. If it still holds, share it. If it wobbles, let it go. Today we looked at how repetition, discomfort, belonging, emotion, and shortcuts shape what we believe even when we know the facts. You saw the pattern in rumors, in headlines, in group chats, and maybe in your own choices. You learned small habits that put a little space between first feeling and final belief. That space is where freedom lives. Next time, we'll explore the happiness trap, how chasing happiness can make us less happy, and what to do instead. Till then, keep noticing the little tricks your brain plays. Be kind to yourself when you catch them, and keep growing with me here. And before you go, tell me in the comments what S1 tiny rule you'll try this week to protect your mind from sweet, easy lies.